welcome to the Unspoken Weekend One. Today we're discussing Westernization. Is it a derogatory to our society, or is it affecting the youth more than we think that it should? And I don't know why Anna's dressed up in the Westerners like that. The guy was out here repping the Africans, Africa, you know what I'm saying? The fresh. I know what do you have to say about today's topic.
Well, today's topic, we want to get to the bottom of Westernization. What is Westernization? How is it affecting Africa? Is it good for us? Is it destroying our children? Is it going to be beneficial to us the way it carries on? What do you have to say, though?
As you can see from the start, I'm the only one in the in the traditional attire. Because you guys, it was supposed to be me and Junior, but
We came in, 2 boys, 2 girls, me and Junior, Anna and Queen. Yeah, so I thought when we came on set, it would be me and Junior, but he singled me out. I don't mind, he could be Western. I will obviously rep my African heritage and all that, but it's unfair. But I don't mind, I like to stay unique.
Don't say it again. But before we get into the show, I'd love to introduce our controversial guest we have here today.
I singled Dawa out because I want to rep what I rep. It's not like I don't rep the culture actually, but we can't both take the same side, you see. So he had to rep one side and me the other side just to keep it balanced. So I guess later he couldn't control the heat or he couldn't take the heat. That's why he was like, I left him out.
Over here is Mr. Nyang, right?
Yes.
And over there is Mr. Fode Bojang. So Mr. Nyang, can you please tell us more about yourself and what you do?
My name is Barunyang. Came from Derogatory, Unspoken. I am a farmer.
Wow.
what about you, Mr. Bojang?
Well, my name is Fode Bojang. I am from Brikama. I've been a civil servant in the Gambia here. I've been within the international service as well, the African Union Commission, and then the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. I just recently retired.
Wow. Sounds like a CV. What do you have to say about Westernization?
Yes.
What does it mean to you?
Actually, for me, Westernization means adopting or adopting Western culture. That's how I see Westernization to be. And you cannot say it is totally bad in a way, because we are coming from, this is one world nowadays. Whatever you do is influenced by what the other part of the world does. So it's a small village. So Westernization cannot be that bad. I think it is the kind of misunderstanding of Westernization. I mean, there are some young people who think Westernization is maybe just going to nightclubs. Drinking alcohol here. And some people think it see that way. Or Westernization is, people think if you go to school, you are being Westernized. Education isn't necessarily Westernized. We have had our educational systems at the traditional family levels. So that's just one form of this thing. It's not necessarily.
So what do you also think about Westernization?
Yeah, I believe Westernization is far more better for us than destroying us. My belief.
I agree with you.
Yes.
Do you agree with me?
Because, yes.
Okay, I can.
Before the Western world came to Africa, the kings we got here, they were here just doing nothing but killing each other. And all of them, they were here killing each other.
But I believe that the reason why Africa as a continent is not fully developed to its potential is because of Westernization. That's what I believe.
It's not because of Westernization.
I wouldn't say it.
That's what, I tell you one thing. One day,
It's my opinion.
one day I was talking to somebody about South Africa. Some people were saying that these white they were there, they're doing this and this and that. One guy came up and told us that if the whites were not there, South Africa is just like any other country.
Sure.
But you never know. I want to say it's true because
So look at the other part of Africa.
I understand.
I wouldn't term it Westernization. Westernization is not Africa's problem. Africa's problem is our inability to understand that Westernization is as a result of modernization.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Westernization is not modernization.
Okay,
There's a difference.
There's a difference. Westernization is adapting to Western cultures.
Adopting.
Taking their way of life. Please. Yeah?
People need to learn how to adapt. You can adapt to the culture. You learn how to adapt and take the good things. You can just leave your culture, your history, everything, your tradition. Just go boom.
Because from the start you're coming, it seems like you're trying to say Westernization is what's helped boost Africa.
Yeah. But Westernization is not Africa's problem. Our problem is we're too busy fishing out, okay, Westernization did this because of Westernization.
I get that.
The problem is Africa needs to modernize, and that's where education and each of these different sectors come into play. Each of these sectors need to be modernized before we realize the full potential of Africa. If Africa continues to say, oh, we need reparations for the slavery, we need to do this, why did they do this to us? If we're fighting, we're scrambling for the wrong things.
Until media in this country is set up, young people will not stop comparing the West to here, because all we see on the TV is West. If you give me, what's this movie called again? Oh God, Esmeralda. Shall not be comparing Gambia to Mexico back. I want to live the Mexican life, boo-boo. If you show me the good, there's so many good parts in Gambia. Yeah, you haven't seen it, boo-boo.
We're still gonna be.
I have a question for us. Yeah. You see, normally the youth, they believe that Westernization is like
The only way
is the only way.
I mean, that's the only way that they see it.
Yes, but I think that's because they hold the Western side.
But there is another thing
Why
here.
Yeah, but I don't think all of them do that.
But only about 30% believe that. The other 70% believe that religion is the way forward. And that religion is here doing nothing, but you are using it to destroy us. One family in Trawan, one family in that place, 1 million people will take their money and give it to them, they will eat it.
True.
Yeah,
That's all.
Okay, so Mr. Bojan.
Yep. No, I mean, following on what he has to say, Westernization, people believing that, Westernization is this and that, especially when it really comes to thinking that, we can only develop when we adopt Western cultures. We have to reflect back on our cultures and our customs before. We used to have very good traditions. We have traditional medicines in this one, and they still exist. I know they still exist. They have not developed that much, but they still and they are curing people. Not necessarily Western. Just as much as you have Western medication curing, there are certain things that are being cured by traditional medicine. This is something that we cannot deny facts of history or historical facts. The issue of colonization. You don't necessarily want to Westernization, but the colonization has actually affected us very much. Because those who came to settle with us here never wanted our development. They wanted the development of their country, using our resources for themselves. To that extent, they molded us and molded our system to suit them. And that affected our people to a large degree. And now that we have come to a point where we have realized it, we are kind of sort of enclosed in a way that you find it difficult to free yourself from it. But like I said earlier, this is a very small wall. Everything is interlocked, and you can't extricate yourself from it too.
I would say they made Africa.
How do they make Africa?
I would say that.
How do they make Africa?
They drew lines in the map to show that this country is this and
They
this
divided
country.
it.
And that is the division
Division
that has stagnated our growth. Because we are divided amongst ourselves.
Let's talk recent history for someone who was complaining about the NSAS. The whole NSAS.
Right.
You start complaining about the outer world not talking about it.
Right.
Shouldn't we look within rather
My
than look beyond?
stance was, if you're going to talk about Africa and you're going to say Africa needs to be developed and you're going to come to Africa to take our resources, then you should be able to be bold enough to stand against anything that should deploy or destroy the Africa that you take.
But they're not Africa, they'll go back to their country.
Then after that, they should about us. They should don't know.
They couldn't care less about us.
And the honest is,
As Africans,
we Africans, hey Africa, they will not fight for us, but we fight for them with our chest.
That's the mentality I don't like.
And what do you think Husa do? Do you not think that's part of colonization?
I think one thing that we need to correct as black people is attacking people every time they try to adapt to our culture, when we're doing a very good job at it. The wigs that we wear, the contact lenses that we're using, the way that we dress, it's not the way we used to dress. We're adapting somebody else's culture. When somebody sees the light or the beauty in your own, do you really have to attack them for it? Is it all that bad? Or should you appreciate the fact, not even appreciate, but just acknowledge the fact that they see the beauty in something that you don't?
It's as a result, because that's where the inferiority complex came from. Because we feel like, hey, that's the big brother. But in reality, the big brother of Africa is Nigeria, please.
How do you see like the current generation, the way they see the Western side? They see that it's superior. That we are inferior.
What I believe is the younger generation. We need them. We need them before we grow. We accept it or not.
Explain. What do you mean we need them?
Like
Who exactly do you
like
need?
what do we
The
need?
West. We need the West.
Yeah.
Without the West, we'll never grow. Let me tell you, you cannot grow out of nothing.
Yeah, elaborate.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah.
For instance, let's close all the schools and forget the western side and try to develop. We are not going anywhere.
I think they need us as much as we need them.
We don't need it.
They needed us.
I think
They
needed our resources. They needed our resources.
Independent.
We need
Exactly.
their money. We have to accept it. We cannot do anything. What can we do since we got independent? Just stop here.
That's the mentality they give.
No, not the mentality. That's how we are lazy.
That is because
we are lazy.
they have stopped the progress of young people, and they have stopped young people from thinking the way that they are meant
No,
to
he
think.
said independence. Okay, let's
Yeah,
say
you have to say this is independence. What have you done?
1965, 2020. That's not more than 100 years.
Yes.
We were colonized before all that.
Yeah,
We
they
were
have
free-
about
we were
300
free
years.
throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
But you cannot try to compare the two.
No, the thing is,
Short time with
we
We
should
had
be
less than 100 years.
we should be far ahead of where we are right now.
Yeah.
We are lazy.
But
Honestly.
that's a within problem, not beyond problem.
Huh?
That's within Africa problem.
Yes, we when you go outside, you will see 100 people sitting drinking at night. From morning to sunset, doing absolutely nothing.
But don't you?
And if you tell them go to the garden or to the orchard, and I'll tell you one thing. If the Chinese or whatever could come in this country and employ some of them, $1,500, come on, they will work like monkeys.
Yes.
I will get in my orchard. I'll employ some people. If you pay them 3,400, when they come today, tomorrow you will never see them. And if it is the white guy, they will be there every time.
It's
Just
the
work overtime.
dedication and the mentality is just
That's
not
the
there.
mentality.
The dedication to our own
I won't think about what you say about the superior part.
The issue of superiority, I don't think it is the youth are seeing them as superior. I think they only see the West as a land of opportunity, just like the West saw Africa as a land of opportunity where they can come and extract resources to develop themselves. Now the reverse is what the youth are, but not that they are necessarily superior to us. That's my view. I don't think anyone would think that they are superior. To some degree, we can say that, like I said earlier, they truncated us during those colonial days. They introduced an education system that's not very helpful for us. The education is such that we think we should just go and walk behind the desk at a table. Everyone who covered a necktie and sat with a pen. That's what we think that education is all about. We haven't had the right skills developed, and the foundation was not laid for that kind of thing. That's what we need. I mean, take for example, what does the knowledge of the land of Mississippi in America? What does it have for us here in Africa here? Even the land of River Gambia is 200 miles or whatever. What is the value for that? If you tell me your river is has this amount of water in it, this is the power of the river, it can generate this and that, and you can get something out of that, then my education becomes right.
When I say superior, I'm talking about business aspect.
So is there any Western method you're using on your farming?
Traditional methods.
Yeah.
Are you more Western or you're more traditional?
Traditional.
Yeah.
When it comes to your farming, so what methods do you use? Do you use Western methods or you use traditional?
But I mean,
because whatever you use here, you go west. Whatever.
But business-wise,
No, in the garden or farm, anything you use,
Go Western.
half of it is western.
they're more advanced than us. They have easier ways to do things.
Exactly.
Now, I understand.
the black man likes war, struggle.
Don't say that.
This is what I was telling you.
Exactly. Then you have to need us in money because
A friend of mine said they'd rather take the hard way.
Why you kill yourself? This life is you should not suffer. I wasn't born to suffer, please.
So that's what we're saying. Westernization.
Yeah, but
has
I'm
kind
talking
of
about when I
more
say
good.
superior, I mean the business part.
No, we're not talking superiority. We're talking of the way they think and the way we think.
It's too different.
It's too different.
We live different lives. You don't expect us to think like that.
True.
You can't expect Africans to think like
No,
that.
no, even if you go
but we
to
can't.
any places trying to do something stupid, they'll tell you, here is Africa. That's the way we do it.
Wow.
Yes,
I mean-
I'm not 100%.
Huh?
I'm 100% on the cultural side. Sometimes they're a little slow.
Exactly.
If you try to like to say something healthy, like Anna was saying, carbon monoxide is wine. You are avoiding it because it's unhealthy. You're saying you're not to Barbie.
They don't know.
Yeah,
Because no, they don't know. They're not educated about carbon monoxide. If you tell somebody in Wolof in Managua what carbon monoxide is, they will not be able to understand it. They can't see it, they can't smell it, they can't do anything with it. So if you come and tell them that one, they will. I think what is much physical, what they know is what is about the smoke. Everyone in the kitchen would know smoke being inhaled is not good because we all know.
Exactly.
You know, those kind of education, like when it comes to small things like carbon monoxide here, methane and other things in the house, whatever they cannot smell, they find difficult to believe. So it's a matter of knowledge.
Yeah, me I'm all pro culture or pro kind of the
But
past.
sometimes,
But if you come with a different idea,
yeah.
let's say, like okay, let's say something like cooking.
Huh?
If you like cooking,
Okay.
cooking, you come with a different idea that is not mad. It could be healthy, you just might not
Because
be.
they're not used to it.
Exactly. So if they don't know something, it's bad.
That's bad, exactly.
Whatever they don't know, they disagree with. And I might not like the Western side, but I also disagree with that because I find it unfair.
You know what?
But you know, when you go to the West,
Yeah, well, sorry, unfortunately.
Right, before you touch on that point, we'll go for a short break.
Commercial
I'll be
break.
right back.
We'll be right back.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuto Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Sénégambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. Ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen timis moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mën a bugga saay sam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di ko am kapet boo bugga Empire ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee say biir Empire danga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. TAF Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. TAF Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. So before we continue with this segment, I would love to ask our controversial guest we have here a question today. How has Westernization affected our society? Has it affected it positively
Or negative.
or negatively? So that's what I want both of you to please elaborate on.
How I see it,
Yes.
positive.
Positive.
Yes.
I also feel that it's been positive. You're going to see we have retrogressed since the the advent of Western culture in our society. We haven't retrogressed. We have moved forward, actually. So you cannot be negative.
Yeah.
The negative parts may come because of the impact on the attitudes and our cultures.
So what are those negative parts that we have?
Like I said, I said earlier, this issue of the degree and extent of socialization, the concepts of this, we're talking about these new concepts of democracy, or people desire to see. You can say this LBTG thing, kind of things, those kind of these are things that are foreign to our culture, and then when they come being imposed kind of on us, then I think that is negative because it totally counter our cultural norms.
I might look all against Westernization, but I'm not. It's just sometimes it hurts like when you see an African country with its own problems and to take a Western solution to fix
So
our
then,
problem. That is just it
I'm
doesn't
with you
work.
on that
do
one.
you agree then that Africa's problem is not how much we have adapted, is not okay, because everybody's
It's a
saying
within problem.
Yes.
no, everybody's saying okay, it's a result of this, is a result. No, it's not a result, it's a result of its people and our mindset.
If we use our own authentic original ideas to fix our own problem,
The
to
issue
me it will
is
work.
we do not know how much we're worth.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
right.
We don't know
That's
how
the
to
We
essence.
underestimate ourselves, and this is because, and it will boil back down to the educational system.
actually say something that made sense. That is so true.
The educational system is fostered in such a way that it trains kids to accept and to take certain norms that are not meant to be their norms. The educational system in this country makes you think, okay, Nila, definitely is okay, just leave it like this. Don't do extra, don't add value, just take it
That
as it
doesn't
is,
even apply to
and
you.
then give it back to me in the exam.
Mr. Yang, you have something to
Pass
say.
and that's it.
You have something to say. When I was talking about how
Whether it
Westernization.
affected us or whatever.
Yeah, that was the first question I asked. It's like you had something to say about that.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Do you think Westernization, yes, and its effects on the educational system is why people in this generation and the generation before have made Africa's development stagnated? Like, we're not moving forward because of how we were taught. We were tutored to think that it's okay how it is. We do not need to add value. We do not need to add anything. Just present it as it is and it will be done.
Now the thing is, if I take you 1, 2, 3, you should add 4, 5, 6.
True.
The problem with us, we are lazy to think. We are lazy to work. We believe that everything should be given to us like
That's the
this.
thing. Everything
Because
free.
that's how it's been in the
Yeah,
past.
yeah. The
Exactly.
thing is, even if you have a bad word in your on the way, what they will say, yeah, the white man will come and make it for us,
Well,
or the Arabs will come and do it. We don't believe in ourselves.
I think dependency
Working
is
here, exactly.
killing our
If-
people.
We
We don't know our worth.
Exactly. What she said, we don't know our worth.
That
agree with you on that.
dependency
I think we should believe in ourselves rather than plead for the Western side
Where
to
is the
believe in
dependency
us.
syndrome coming
yeah,
from?
one
It's been here for
That's weird.
years.
It's been here for years.
If you go to what
Decades.
book written by Shekutu, The Strategy and Tactics of Revolution. He said it is far more better to govern or misgovern yourself than to be governed.
Yes.
We allow them to govern us. It's about time for us to govern ourselves. But if you want to depend on white, on the West, for the entire time, we will never grow.
Okay, business-wise, Mr. Boja.
Yeah, we actually, yes, we need to govern ourselves. But we will come to the business side of things you're talking about. This value addition thing is what it's all. This is all about. I mean, during the colonial times, all that there was no value addition. The only thing that we had in this is this oil refinery here at so-called Sauro before, and even that they just the machines were good. No one knows how the machines were made. They just press the oil and sell it. You know, I mean, there was not that education. I was telling my brother here that during Minister Kamabaji's time, I recall very well one day when he was addressing and he said the secondary schools in the Gambia are neither secondary technical schools. They are neither secondary nor technical.
Wow.
Because they are not teaching us anything that is beyond very much the primary education, and the technical part of it is almost nothing. During those days, they just do a little bit of carpentry, and that's the end of the technical school. Finish.
This is my anger with all the empowerment projects that are going on. This is my anger because I feel like the older generation, or should I say the people in power that are meant to be teaching us how the goal is what we're meant to do, they're not teaching us that. All they're teaching us is, listen, okay, when you add 1, you add 2, you add 3, that's it. The building is
But they don't teach you how to
They're not
get
teaching
forward
us
after
how
that.
to get furniture. They're not teaching us how to put a table. They're not teaching us how to do, okay, when you do this, add this on top of it, and you sell it back. And then, I mean...
But if you sell it, we don't promote our own products.
Why would I promote something that is not
That's the red flag.
If you give me product that is not value added, do you think...
Okay, don't look at it through your eyes. Imagine, listen, I have 2 products here. This one's from Italy. This one's from, let's say, Zimbabwe. For an average African, the Italian will be
But are you asking why?
better quality and everything than that.
Because there is already that notion that there is no value addition. Because
Even if the Zimbabwe, the African
have
product
you
is
seen
better.
value added African products?
Yeah.
Do you know how enticing they are? Once you see it, you want it.
Yes, sometimes.
But there's I know where she's coming from.
Generally,
There's not enough
not
of it.
your
There is not
opinion.
enough packaging. And I think it's high time
Again,
it's high time Africa understand that packaging is important. It's just not content. You can sell the best shea butter, you put it in plastic. You think you're going to compete in the international market? All you're going to do is localize yourself.
Dabo said Italian and Zimbabwean. I'm thinking, Dabo, you yourself, let me put it there, and you tell me which one you would choose. It's something called packaging, and it's something called putting value on top of your product. You cannot just you can sell the best shea butter, but you put it in plastic book, but I am buying it. I don't even like shea butter.
Exactly.
I think there is very simple example in the marketplace. I mean, you find a few of our colleagues from other African countries coming here. They're selling cloth and they just simply package the plastic bag, hold it in their hands, and it attracts people. They think they have better things than the one who has it hanging on the on the road. So the packaging is one thing. Value addition is another thing. We do have. I mean, I can understand why you say something from Italy, the other one from Zimbabwe, not being valued by the African and the like. It's an issue of history. Was it the Italian one that was in market first, or was it the African one? Maybe the Italian one copied that. Then they say, oh no, this is until they can prove that this is good, they'll go natural, just human nature for what was there before. So now it's left for Zimbabwe and the producers in Zimbabwe convince me that what they have is as good or even better than this one. And that takes a lot of demonstration, research, and demonstration training people, which happens in the West. They produce sometimes demonstrate and show people what here we don't. We just produce and send to the market. And he mentioned something here which is very laziness. It's an issue.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at this informal. Look at the informal markets in terms of skill training. Whether it's the mechanics workshop or carpentry workshop or tailor, people go there, and once the teacher or the person who is bringing them starts to tell them to do work for him for pay, and they think, oh, I know the system now, I can leave.
Exactly.
They go and establish themselves, but they are still not qualified. But whoever is teaching you is keeping something back. It's not giving you everything at the same time. So we have to be patient. And themselves, all who are doing teaching, also have to have this mind ready to train people and bring them up to where it is. But I think more importantly, our governments have to invest seriously in skills development, skill training for the youth. Yes.
When we come to this music, they say that the West come and destroy us. Honestly, when you go to the West,
You like our music?
They love our music, especially now.
some of them like our music, and some of the music you hear here, those rock music, there are certain parts in America that they hate it.
Yeah.
There are certain places in America you cannot enter there with jeans.
That's right. That's right.
Within, you cannot enter there.
Well, when Mr. Baru was talking about the fact that he hates rags and it's for fools, and I was planning on wearing rags to come to this episode, so it was like, God save me. See, I'm not a fool. So you see, so those rags, I'll probably give it to Queen.
If you want to see nobility, go there. If you want to see bandit, go there.
That's right.
Definitely.
But I want to talk about the youth in Gambia, obviously my
The
generation.
youth, they always do what they don't know.
Fast.
Some of them,
That's it.
this thing they call Utah.
They don't know what is
This is in America.
Most of us.
They don't have belt.
Thank you.
It's true.
If they have these big trousers, they don't have belt.
But
They're holding the trousers going around. So these people,
But
they're making a fashion.
wait, that's where our media comes to play. Young people only see these things
But
on.
Queen,
I mean,
unfortunately, Queen, unfortunately,
Pause. We have to go
for
for
a
a break.
commercial break. We'll be right back.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuto Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Sénégambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen tamit moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mun a bugga saay sam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di ko am kapet boo bugga Empire ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire danga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. Tough Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. Tough Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. Before the break, we were talking about how a lot of the youth like doing things that they don't know.
Like in a mode of dressing.
In the mode of dressing.
Exactly.
It's like they've taken what they've perceived to be the Western culture as a Western culture, and that's what they're trying to copy. But they don't really see what's on the other side. Junior, you're someone that's quite Western.
Yeah, so I'm quite Western with the way I dress. But I want to know, like, dressing Western, does that describe your personality?
I think it's more than dressing Western.
Yes, because like nowadays, what I see in our society, they judge you based on your appearance.
Yeah.
So I don't think it has to be that way.
What should they judge you with before?
No, but you can't, because I'm just Western, you can't just
It's
see
like when you see someone with tattered clothes, when you see someone with rags outside, what do you term them as?
This is different.
What do you term them as?
No, for that.
So when someone sees you dressed Western, in their head, notion is okay. Hey, kiwa felela, kiwa outla, kin. Until their head speed, they like no, kissing boka, kissing basla.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you shouldn't like judge the book by its cover. You know that.
Yeah, I just want to
Because
talk about
Exactly.
What do you think about that?
The youth right now, they don't know the difference between modernization, to be modern,
Thank
and
you.
to be Western.
And to be Western, exactly.
They don't understand
You
it.
just don't know the meaning.
Yeah, I feel like you've had quite a lot of experience in the Western world. What have you taken from it? What is Western culture to you? What is the actual Western culture? I'm not talking about what they see on the TV. I'm not talking about what they see in the music videos. What is Western culture?
Well, I think the Western culture, they have their own system, their own livelihood systems.
Way of thinking, ideas and everything.
Based on, and it has its own history, and
Right.
their traditions and their practices and the like that we have here. I mean, what we see nowadays in the West, also in the West as well, is also influenced by other cultures from
Exactly,
outside. So
especially
they
now.
have interacted with Africa, they've interacted with Asians, and after with Latin Americans, and like that has some. They have also been influenced by those ones in terms of their practice and their practice in life. But it's difficult to for me to pinpoint and say, okay, this is what a Western culture is. You know, they have those practices, but then the culture is.
I feel like to me, a lot of Western culture revolves around having freedom, liberalism. Exactly, sorry, ma'am.
Mr. Nyan.
Queen, let me land.
Okay, lad.
Like a lot of it is about being free, and that's why you see a lot of people in the Western world. They don't really know their identity. They lose their sense of identity, and now I feel like they've spoken about how Westernization hasn't really been bad for us.
You boys that sit there, be like, mangy naps boy, be like, yo, plain like this boy. Do you know what happens when you get off that pain? Do you know what's on the other side? It's not all sunshine and roses. You have to work, you have to sweat, and you will suffer. But I can't say too much on that. You have to see for yourself.
But I feel like the way the elder generation have adapted Westernization and the way we want to adapt it is totally different. Now you see young boys. Who's a man idol, please? Even when they go to take a photo, how can they go to take their photos?
Why you say young boys? That's so sexist. Why you say the girls?
Yeah, exactly. Because even some of the girls.
The girls is a topic for another day.
But I'm talking about
Don't talk
how
about
they
it.
see the Western world to be. A lot of people they're trying to adapt it too much. They're trying to become.
They're trying to adopt.
Exactly.
Adopting.
Before we talk about as a Mr. Yang, you've said that you're a farmer, and it's something that I know that you enjoy because you say it with a smile on your face.
Exactly.
Farming in Africa is meant to be and is supposed to be one of our major sources of income, but somehow, some way, it's just like we're just farming to eat for ourselves, and then that's just it. I feel like we could have been making millions from farming, but we're just making the few bucks.
You have family in the village. You have kids at home. You want to farm for money or for them to eat.
But I want to hear his point of view. Like, I want to understand.
That's the laziness we're talking about.
You were talking about exactly.
Because one day somebody asked who is the best president in the world? You know, somebody told him that the president of China. You know, everybody was teaching, turning. Why? He said, China is 1,300,000,000.
Population,
They're
right?
feeding themselves. Breakfast, lunch,
Dinner.
True.
and they're selling their rice in Africa, Asia, America.
True.
and they have lifted more than 60% of their population out of poverty.
Preach it.
These are some of the things that
Say it.
We have less than 2 million people. We cannot feed ourselves.
That's it.
When we eat the lunch, dinner, you know what we got dinner? What we all of call mungeti. You know what is mungeti?
Did it. Why you go?
We don't know.
Mungeti.
I have a question. He said that right now Africa cannot. It's true. You cannot survive without Westernization.
I mean,
That's right. Yeah, we
But
can't. Yes.
do you think if we take authority of our own progress or development, do you think we will go forward?
Yes.
I feel like
Yeah, we
will.
will go for it.
Without the laziness, the dedication, you have to move forward. We want to go forward.
Even if everybody is fired up, let us think about the people in charge.
Yeah.
Even if everybody is ready to move, there's that one person that's meant to lead us.
Political. We don't
And
want
you
to go
see,
there.
no, I'm not going political, but what I'm saying is, until we start to select our leaders on sense base, as per, okay, if he goes here, I want Africans, I want us to hold presidential debates. I want to hear, okay, I'm going to vote for you. I want to hear what you're going to do for me in the next 5 years.
Exactly.
How many African countries sit down to reevaluate what the African president has done in the past year? How many? The only country that I've seen do that is Ghana.
The thing is, you cannot blame the president.
Right.
It is us.
Yeah, because sometimes development starts with us.
Especially for Salako, they say, he's telling the truth. He's advising the good. When the people are voting, it is for him.
Yeah. We're subject to change.
They go to the people they know, and the people who can kill 100 cows on campaign and all those things. You elect them again, they go and eat our money again because they give you this cow you eat. So we need to change. And this Western dressing you say, sometimes we go beyond the limit. You know what the Americans say? They say that the African, whenever they want to go to the plane, they put on coat. When the place is hot, you put on coat. And most of these jeans, you see this, they call rags. You know, the rags came for the fools. No, what happened? You know what happened?
Yeah, I really relax. Like I feel attacked.
I also feel attacked.
Because I wear boo.
You know how it comes from? One man will get 20 tons of rag. Go to the movie stars and good singers. Give each of one and tell them that I want to sell my rags. Go to the stage.
Promote
Our rags.
But Mr. Bojang, go on.
The moment you see them with those rags, you know that rag is not good. Whether Bill Clinton put it on or whether that guy is not healthy, is not advisable, it doesn't fit the society, what do you put on it?
But Mr. Bojang, seeing as you're into business, right, you have worked with different sectors, do you feel like because our business or we are not pushing our markets as far as he said when one fashion designer has this, he pushes it to the artists, to the musicians, to everybody else.
So
but when we have our fashion ideas, I feel like we're not pushing our fashion to the extent that we're meant to push it. And that's why these young people, that's why these young people are adopting to those lifestyles, those rags, because they're not seeing the African print, they're not seeing the wax, they're not seeing.
But some are actually doing. Some are actually doing. Yeah, I see. Exactly.
It is.
Some are not seeing it. You know me.
But I'm saying.
You're not even wearing wax, my G. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Even where you have the people who are producing, to take it forward for the others, the issue of poverty is also there.
True.
That's right.
Really, because you can pick up something, how do you push it forward? How do you put it? They have the interest, but they don't have the resources. And this is why I was saying that there is a real fundamental need for our government to support the youth.
Exactly.
Something that they can base on and use it to. He was telling me the story of wherever you. Because the government was giving some people a certain amount of money to do that. You can do the same thing in this country, provided you create the basis
That's right.
develop. Because if you give me $10,000 and we'll go to the carpentry workship and I've never done carpentry and there's no one around me has done carpentry, everything is kind of linked. And we are talking about this with the dominance of the rest. This is like I have always said, it's a small world. we are all part of the same world, but the West is dominating this world. Anywhere you go,
Some people
you
don't
know,
like to
they
accept it.
dominate with this thing. So that's how we got pulled into the whole thing, and it's difficult to escape one out of it because what do you do? Where do you go?
So, Mr. Nyang?
They don't colonize our country. They colonize our
Our
mind.
Our minds, that's right.
That's it.
So, Mr. Nyang, talking about the farming. So, like I've seen that most of our youths are not into farming now. So can you like elaborate why most of our youths are just focused on?
There is money
No,
there.
but Mr. Nyang,
Can you
excuse
hold
me,
that answer?
You can hold that answer. We're going to a commercial break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
No problem.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuta Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Senegambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen timis moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mun a bugga saay sam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di ko am kapet boo bugga Empire nga ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire da nga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. Tough Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. Tough Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. So before the break, I was asking Mr. Nyang what he thinks about the youth nowadays, because we are just focusing on being Western, going more into the media than going back into farming, because there's a lot of money in farming. So I want to know what he thinks about this.
I mean, when you come to Congo,
Yeah.
there's no more land to farm.
Wow.
It will drive them to do something else. But when you go to the North Bank and Bush area,
The rural part.
yeah, the rural area, there is money. in farming now. During my time, when I was in cooperative, a ton of groundnut was $500. It's now $22,000.
Yeah, it's big money.
2,000.
Let's go back to the land, bro.
$22,000.
Yeah, what
Big
time
money.
is
And I mean, it
currency?
takes you 4 months for that groundnut. If you can't get 2 tons, and that's nothing, just give you
Are you thinking what I'm
44,000.
thinking?
Well, you can open your own business.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but in Congo, there's no land to farm.
So does this then mean that parents need to be involved in this process?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
Parents
it's the
need
youth.
to.
Like he asked questions from
Yes.
youth, yeah.
It's
If
for
think
you.
about it, it's the mindset. We're looking at the Western
It's way
side.
beyond
The way
mindset.
they get their money. You live in different lives.
It's way
You don't
beyond
expect them
mindset.
to work
Okay,
like
if
women
the
supposed to
mindset
work.
is set and there's no land to farm, as he said, what do you then do?
He said the rural part is there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
part-
exactly
yeah,
where I'm
exactly.
going to.
Drudgery farming in this country is actually what's keeping people away. The parents have had their experience in terms of farming,
Yeah,
and they have seen his son and his daughter work in the office driving a vehicle, and they want their children to do the same.
That's the problem.
For this, they are not going to get the children to
That's
work.
where I was going.
If we want to get the youth to come really into the farming, we have to make it attractive.
Sure.
And remove the drudgery part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, which means therefore, the government, like it happened in the United States, subsidizing the inputs would be necessary to get the people attracted to the farming sector. Whether it's going to be the fertilizer, the implements, or whatever, it has to be some subsidization so that people can come in and remove the drudgery as well. Because if you have this small hole, like we all did, to farm, that it was okay during those days because you work as a family.
Yeah.
You go to the farm, about 10 of you. Once one person's farm, within 2 days you've done it and finished it. If you are doing individual, it's happening the case nowadays, that is not going to take you anywhere.
It's gonna be difficult.
That's why the
Yeah.
government has to invest in terms of subsidizing things for the
Go on, go on.
Okay.
But
Something.
when you go to North Farm area, those areas, that thing is out of sight.
It's outdated.
Now.
Wow.
Definitely.
Now
So
the
data.
factors
You
in
go to
things.
every compound, 3 horse, bulls, donkeys.
Yes,
That's
but,
what
Go
what
on.
they use.
but since now we're in the end of the show, I just want you to conclude. What do you,
Yeah, like
how
bring
do you
solutions
feel
to-
that, I would like to say that nobody in
The
Africa.
solution.
Yeah, like
I think that we
towards
should
like
use
the
our
bad
own
things that we
ideas to
have
find
inherited
our-
from them or adopted from them. So how do you think we can like
But
surpass
before
it?
we even go into all that, I feel like we need to accept the fact that Westernization is not our problem.
Okay, when Mr. Banyang started talking about the whole China, 1.3 billion people feeding themselves and feeding others at the same time. Yes, but we're different. As I'm not pointing fingers, but we Africans, we fight each other. We don't even support ourselves. How can we support each other? So I think that's just a topic for another day.
Westernization is not what is spoiling our youth.
I think it
It
takes a part.
contributes to it.
Yeah, it contributes. It contributes.
Of the bigger problem. And we're refusing to see the bigger problem. We just want to say Westernization.
What now? What is the bigger
Westernization.
problem?
Westernization. The bigger problem is we do not understand the difference between Westernization and modernization.
Modernization,
We're
that's
too busy fighting. We're too
I
busy
understand that.
fighting.
Because look,
Sorry.
when you see, Dubai, the tourism is booming right now.
Beautiful place.
They built Dubai up off of their own rules, their
Exactly.
own morals, their own culture. So did Japan.
So did even
Why
South
can't we do
Korea.
that? Even South Korea.
Even South Korea.
Why
They
can't
never
we
had no
do the
resource.
same?
Our thing is,
Do you know how beautiful Africa would
We live
be?
different lives. You cannot expect us to
But
think like that.
But that
they
was
live
still-
different lives.
I understand what you
They
mean.
didn't choose the Western path and they
You-
went
you
forward.
know-
Look
you
how
know,
they're booming right now.
When you go to Senegal, during Abdoulaye Wade, you know, university graduates and college graduates, if they don't get job, he will get maybe 20 people and give them 2 million of French money. You go and raise poultry. Those who want to rear sheep, he'll give them 5 million.
Yeah, but do we have that here? Do we have that here?
How can we have it?
shepherd's right here.
Problem. If you go to Senegal now, they don't import eggs, they don't import chicken.
Exactly.
Wow.
During Tobaski, they bring their sheep here.
This is exactly
This
what we need.
small country,
Small Gambia. oh.
Small Gambia.
we cannot get even chicken
Small
to eat.
population.
If light is a problem, how will we solve chicken problem?
I think what is sufficient that I read in the Observer that are trying to kind of assist our communities to do those kind of projects. You know, whether it's poultry or kind of thing. Even some private individuals, they haven't put that up yet. You know, but I think we cannot live at the project level alone because these are sources of outside. This is something that has to be a priority and a program of the government.
Exactly.
To make sure that it happens because it has to be sustainable. Sustainability and projects cannot sustain things. If we want sustainability, we have to commit to it as individuals and also as a government to make sure that people have what they need to develop. If we don't have that, then there's no way that we can...
True. I think it's high time we walk the talk. We've been talking too much. We've been saying project, we've been saying plan, we've been saying organization. It's high time we walk the talk.
I believe there are talented Africans here that can actually change the continent. It's just that there are other evil ones, there are village people behind right now.
You're village people.
But if we take the authority and everything, we hold it, you go forward.
Yeah, like you said, we need people to back us up because if we have that backup,
people keep saying, well, the problem is within.
The fact remains there is a lot of greed.
Yeah,
I think it's
Bobula.
And unless people can get satisfied with what they have,
do them.
then we will be able to move. But if you have, 100 today, you want to add another 1,000 the following day, 50,000 the next day, and you have satisfied with what you have, that's denying the others the opportunity to have access to this. It's really...
Like she said, do them. Like,
that's the problem.
If you're an engineer, you have a business. I started it.
You know that one language, Shilobula.
Exactly.
Who is that?
exactly, yeah.
But it's
No,
unfair
you got
that...
tumbling block in front of us. You are them doing them. Some family reject.
It does not make sense.
Yeah.
So that what you were saying an example here.
I was just saying that, okay, you have a business.
Yeah.
You're thinking about yourself.
Okay.
But since your business is flourishing, is doing good, it's helping the country, the country, the economic and everything.
Okay.
So I choose to enter that path. I'm like, okay, let me do it too. To help the country, not for myself. But since you're seeing me as competition, like, hey, kid, who am I afraid?
Exactly.
You try your best to stop me, and after you do that, I also try my best to stop you.
Yeah, but like not necessarily stop you, but I think sometimes competition is actually good for the market.
But not if it's like that.
No,
If
if it's like that, it's
healthy
toxic.
competition.
It's toxic. It's not even
Specify
actually
healthy competition.
good for the...
I think one thing that would take Africa forward is us coming together. We should.
That's fair enough solution.
Yes.
That's the problem.
I think we should just get the good things from the
What do
Western
you
side.
think? I think Africa is too old to be trying to figure out, okay, Africa is gone beyond that. We should forget. I mean, it's important that we understand that, okay, we were colonized, we were that, but I feel like we're at that age that we should forget about all this colonization.
You work for the African Union like I did, with all these conferences of the heads of state that we have had. I look at the recommendations that are coming out. If those are implemented, we will be years ahead of ourselves now.
That's right.
But we cannot escape again. This is of colonial and imperialist this thing. Whether we like it or not,
It happens.
it's there.
Yeah.
The common airspace issue, the common trade, this thing nowadays is happening. Because after here we try to happen, it cannot happen. Because interests from outside are influencing certain other countries not to be part of it. And until we can solve the problem, we will always be hanging up there, never getting where we are.
That's right.
Sure.
As a younger generation, I guess we are the future, right?
Sure.
That's right.
We are the future.
Mr. Nyang, Mr. Budang, what is your advice to us and what is your advice to the viewers watching for the progress of our country?
Well, I would say that one should be focused on what you want to do. Focus on it and don't allow much distraction. Societal distraction kind of thing. You need to get educated.
That's right.
I mean, this half-baked education is not going to help anyone anywhere. If you have the opportunity to be educated, get yourself educated, and then you follow a particular profession or a trade. You know, that way you can build and develop yourself and develop the people around and help them. Together, when that happens, then I think the country will be able to move forward.
Yeah. So, Mr. Nyang?
Have confidence in yourself.
That's right.
Believe in yourself.
Important.
Be educated, have confidence in yourself. And you have these 14 principles of human relation. You have 14 letters in human relation. If we follow them, we'll be okay. Human, 8, have self-respect. You understand others' point of view. And make others' interests as your own. Admit when you are wrong. And never criticize in the public.
Boss.
Reason, don't argue. E. Explain and listen with understanding. L. Live, don't try. A. Avoid snap, don't E. Take care of the little things. I. Inform changes that might affect others. O. Observe with understanding. And never promise what you cannot fulfill. S. Stress the positive.
Buzz.
And that brings us to the end of this episode.
Thank you.
See you
Mr.
next
Brown.
time and
Thank you.
stay tuned.
That's it. Stay tuned. See you next episode. Bye.